A new season of Fortnite has arrived, and with the new season, Epic Games has added the ability to ride on the backs of animals. Previously only useful for their meat and sometimes the mushrooms that they would drop, the boar and the wolves are now mountable. And with this new feature comes a lot of different myths and tall tales. While you could still do most things you could while unmounted, such as fighting, building, and even swimming, there are still a bunch of Fortnite myths around that I think it's our responsibility to put to the test. Now, the first myth we're gonna bust is, can you enter a building with an animal? Let's find out. Yes, you can, in fact. Very simple myth, but that's just the first. Can you run your animal to the point of exhaustion? Let's find out. You can, in fact, exhaust your animal. That is confirmed. But how long does it take until you can ride your animal again? If our animal got tired at 43:40 on the timer, we're gonna count down from there. Let's find out. Okay, it only took about 30 seconds for our animal to be back in running condition. You should probably take great care not to exhaust your animal too much. When they're stationary or you're off of them, that's when they're regaining their stamina. Can you enter a tornado on the back of your animal? Let's find out. Oh no! My special friend! I guess that myth is busted. Oh, I feel so bad for little piggy. My poor little piggy friend. Can your animal prevent fall damage? Let's find out. While the animal itself took fall damage, I didn't take any fall damage. I think that is confirmed. Can you mount an animal that you have damaged? Let's find out. Yes, you can, and you don't even have to feed it anything. Since we've damaged our animal, let's be kind and see if we can heal it using a food item. That did heal it. Healing your animals with food confirmed. Since we know for a fact we can heal our animals with food, it's only right that we try to heal them with Slurp. It is confirmed, you can heal your animals with Slurp. So your animal will be healed by Slurp, but can it be healed with a campfire? Let's find out. This is confirmed. You can heal your animal with a campfire. So I managed to get a tent and an animal together. I had to go into a public lobby to do it, but we were able to test the myth of whether you could heal your animal using a tent. As you can see, when we go to press the rest button, we instead go into our inventory, and it manages our tent's inventory. So I don't think you actually have the ability to put your animal into a tent. This myth is deconfirmed. Can your animal break enemy builds? Now, they don't have the ability to break enemy builds while you're going the normal speed. But if you back up and dash forward, you can actually get through a full wooden wall. But can we get through a full rock wall? No. As you can see, it only does 150 damage to your enemy builds. That means in order to get into your enemy builds, you're going to want to spray them down below the 150 threshold and then dash in. Another thing that I noticed is that even if you're riding the Warthog and charging, you will not break bushes or cornfields. Here's an example. So while you can chop them out, or you can destroy them with fire or grenades, do not count on your Warthog to take care of bushes. So we know we can break walls with our animal. Can we damage enemy players? Let's find out. I think that is a confirmation. We can damage enemy players. But only while dashing. Not with the normal dash. Rather, not with the normal running. We have to be dashing in order to damage the enemy players. And it does 15 per hit, which I think you can probably string together 3 or 4 hits if you're getting a straight line. That myth is confirmed. You'll also notice that while you're riding an animal, you're much harder to hit by your enemies. So there's a huge strategic advantage to being on an animal while fighting. My animal takes most of the front damage. It's kind of likely to take some of the side damage. And you do have the ability to fire while on the back of the animal. So realistically speaking, if you can master aiming off the back of an animal, it might always be the preferred way to fight, especially in zero build mode, because it's just an extra meat shield, truthfully. It is important to note that your wolf will not break down enemy walls. And it also will not damage enemy players by running into them. I kind of wish the wolf would snap at them and do a little bit of damage, but this is important to remember when you are battling with your wolf. Can you get into a dumpster with your animal? You cannot take your animal into the dumpster. This myth is false. However, through some weird programming glitch, sometimes when you enter the dumpster, your animal will stay right next to the dumpster, and when you leave, you will still be tethered to your animal. Very strange. Very interesting. Maybe you can use this to trick someone. Alright, since we tested if you can go into a dumpster or not, I want to test if we can enter a porta potty with our animal. That is a confirmed no. Now I want to go ahead and test how the animals interact with some of the mechanics in Fortnite. First, we're going to test if they can bounce off of a tire. This myth is confirmed. However, if you charge, you will just go right through the tire. Maybe if we charge jump? No charge jumping either. You have to be going walking speed to bounce on the tires. Yahoo! Can you shockwave yourself while on the back of an animal? Yes, you can. And your animal gains fall immunity as well. Sticking with movement mechanics, the next myth we're going to test is whether you can ride a zipline with your animal. I think that is a no. That myth is deconfirmed. Since we've tested whether or not you can tire bounce with your animal, it's only right that we test whether you can mushroom bounce. Yes, we can. However, your animal does not get back health like you do when you bounce on a mushroom. Since we have confirmed the mushroom bounce with your animal, now the question becomes, can you tree redeploy off of a mushroom bounce? Let's find out. Apparently you cannot. You just disconnect from your animal and poor little thing, it probably fell to its doom. Yes, it did. It fell to its doom. Oh, my poor guy. So we know that tree redeploying is impossible, but can we redeploy with our animal from a rift? Let's test this myth. No, my little piggy, no! Splat. This myth is definitely deconfirmed. Now, currently the only jump pads on the map are already pre-laid. There are no jump pads that you can pick up as floor loot, but we still have to test whether you can ride an animal off of a jump pad. Let's find out. Apparently you can, but it does not let you redeploy. Oh, and I think we might have actually broken the jump pad. No, there it is. And we do get fall immunity, but I think that is a maybe half a confirm. You can jump off the jump pad, but you will not get the jump pad's full effect. The final movement mechanic I want to test is actually a returning mechanic from Chapter 1. It's the wind tunnels. Will we stay on our animal when we enter this wind tunnel? Let's test this myth. Oh, I think we were able to... I don't know if we can naturally stay on. I think we actually just tricked the game. If you manage to catch your animal while in the wind tunnel, it is possible. So that is another half confirmed. The wind tunnels will toss you off your animal, but you do have the ability to catch it and keep riding. So we know that your board can protect you from enemy bullet damage, but will it protect you from an explosion? Let's test that myth. I think that is a deconfirmed. So the animal will not protect us from explosive damage, but will it protect us from fire damage? Oh, I think that is a big deconfirm. Related to that last myth, the next myth we're gonna test is whether you can stay on a car while mounted on an animal. Hit it, Casey, let's go. Awesome. That is a myth confirmed. And since the animals are so powerful this season, you'll definitely always want to take one. Now, perhaps the biggest myth we have to test with the animals is whether you can use them to open a vault. When you're playing solos, or maybe you lose your teammate, or maybe you solo duo, you won't be able to open the vault by yourself. You could bring an NPC, but that takes a long time. We're gonna find out if the animals are truly OP. I think that is a huge confirmation. You can use an animal that you are mounted on to open a vault. This might be the meta strat of the season. Keep this in mind, folks. Oh yeah, look at all this god loot. Look at this. All to myself in solos. Honestly, only Ranger's not the best loot, but that's still great. Guaranteed purples, guaranteed shields, all by yourself. Now, the final myth I want to test about mounting animals is whether I can be your best friend. Let's find out. That's unfortunate. Can't lay graffiti. Can't even throw a toy. Hopefully they can update that in the future. But until then, let me just give you a little personal hug. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs to get their myth busted about these animals. And you have a great rest of your day. Peace and love.